Okay, if you guys remember the dump pouch video that I made showing this Crossman pellet pouch, and it's belt worn and it works with different size belts, and this holds 500 pellets. And what I was doing is I was showing you guys how to use this, and when it's worn on your hip, it doesn't give you away. In other words, people don't know what it is, so they don't suspect that you have ammo. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 38 rounds compared to 22 Magnum. So turn on the scale. So 125 grain is a common defense load with 38s. So this is ultimate defense, 125 grain. And we can see that it's just about getting closer to half ounce, 0.43. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out how many 22 Magnums will get close to 4.3. So I got one of them. And the 22 Magnum we're using is a common defense load, that, or will be a common defense load, is a 40 grain Spear Gold Dot. So this is it right here. So we'll put that on there and try to get to 43 with it. Okay, 41. So we're really close to one of the 38s. So now I want to show you guys my chart and show you what I'm talking about the dump pouch. So if you look here at the Crossman pellet pouch, we can fit 500 pellets, 122 caliber, 50 32 caliber, 35 380, 25 9mm, 20 38, 15 45, and 20 40. If you look at 38 here, it says 20, and being that we got three of these 22 Magnums is one of them, and I tested the pouch just to make sure that it would work. We can fit 60 22 Magnum cartridges in a pouch that you wear on your hip. And 60 rounds, if you ask me, that's firepower. Now granted, it's not a speed loader, don't get me wrong, but you can have extra ammo on you for your 22 Magnum revolver, which is going to be much lighter than a 38 revolver. So I'm just offering you guys an alternative. And the 22 Magnum in tests have been shown to be very good, similar to a 38, 15 inches of penetration, depending on how you test it, and what medium you test it with, whether it's ballistic gel, bone, or whatever. 22 Magnum has been known to have good penetration for pistols, so, and rifles, of course. But some rounds are developed specifically for self-defense, and it's not to say that you can't use the rifle ones like the full metal jackets and stuff like that, but this one here is developed, for personal protection, and I'm sure that there's going to be different types that are going to be on the way, and it's got a low flash point. If you guys know anything about short-barreled 22 Magnum revolvers, they really have a big muzzle flash, because the rifle rounds usually have a big muzzle flash, but the self-defense ones have low muzzle flash, so you don't get blinded by the coconut size flame that comes out of the barrel. Especially a Ruger LRX with the 1 7/8 inch barrel can really be a fireball coming out. So hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. The dump pouch, back before speed loaders and stuff, police officers would have a kind of like an upside down version of this, where they would grab cartridges out of a dump pouch. Well, this is kind of like a right side up one, but Velcro. So, and this is something that when it's on your hip, it really doesn't look like there's any ammunition in it. I mean, it might say Crossman on it, but it really doesn't give you away. and yet you have 60 rounds on you. And granted, you can get speed loaders, for 22 mags, like Speed Bees. If you guys ever looked that up on YouTube, Speed Bees for 22 mag. And it has a plastic holder that meets up with your hip and you set it in. So it's not like these leather or material like this holders. They're actually plastic cup holders that hold them like this so you can grab it. But they do stick out a little bit on your hip. So that's something to think about. Or you would probably have these in your pocket, one extra one or two or whatever. But just throwing it out there, dump pouch, something you can carry on your hip. You can carry it on the other side. If you're carrying your revolver on your right side, you can carry this on the left to balance the weight out a little bit. So you'll have a little bit of weight on this side and a little bit of weight with your revolver on the other. But single loading, if you ever got in a problem and you did have a speed loader, and let's say that you used them both, you could draw out a couple out of the pouch, close the pouch, load it real quick behind cover, and it might save you. You might be in a terrible situation where you get pinned down and you have cover but you're pinned down, like a school or public place like a mall or something, and you're with a lot of people. If you get pinned down, you can keep reloading with the dump pouch because you have more and more ammo. So 60 rounds plus 6 to 8 or 9, for some revolvers, that's a lot of ammo for 22 Magnum. So, and 22 even more. 22 long rifle, 100 will fit in here. So that's a lot of firepower for a 22 also. But 22 Magnum, you're getting more power, more penetration. So it just depends on a lot of variables, whatever variable works in your particular situation. So, but anyway, thank you very much for watching.